On this episode of Video Fashion News, there's magic on the runway with these spring 2022 bridal collections. Ines di Santo designs for the goddess within in her tribute to feminine energy. Plus, step into the designer's Parisian patisserie for her colorful runway confections.
It's because I was inspired by Paris, by sweets. Can you imagine to see the shiny floors, the cup of coffee, the beautiful cases? And that was really inspired.
Savannah Miller and Mira Zwillinger weave optimistic visions of our post-pandemic future, while Rita Vinieris fuses nature and romanticism for spring 2022. Plus, step into the Videofashion Archives and rewind the clock to see how these talented designers have evolved.
When you fell in love in a dress, you know it immediately. It's like when you fell in love, generally. When you feel it in your heart, that's the dress. And fresh is very important for us.
All that and more coming up on Video Fashion News. To inspire her latest collection, Ines di Santo looked to her own brides, whom she sees as modern-day goddesses. Spring 2022's Goddess Collection was a tribute to their limitless feminine energy. In designing the collection, the designer imagined 5 goddesses who embody the traits she values most: grace and femininity, nature and abundance, knowledge and wisdom, strength and courage. As well as love and passion. The gowns showcase di Santo's signatures, such as refined corsetry, voluminous silhouettes, and delicate color. Simple, minimal silhouettes were showed alongside billowing ball gowns. Intricate embroideries and appliques brought di Santo's masterly touch to the forefront. The collection was unapologetically feminine, graceful and elegant, with enough variety to appeal to any bride. And now, flashback 5 years to visit De Santo's Parisian patisserie.
I imagine I was in Paris and I wanted to bring you to my patisserie. It's because I was inspired by Paris, by sweets. Can you imagine to see the shiny floors, the cup of coffee, the beautiful cases? And that what really inspired.
Oh, I loved it. The whole confection story was really fantastic that Ines di Santo did. She had a lot more wearable looks this season, a little fuller skirts, not everything so see-through, and layers of fabric but still effortless.
They have dresses with butterflies. And then in my cases, I have this confection, and when you open the cases, you see those beautiful gowns. Can you imagine how fun it is when we have to choose those gowns?
Models during the finale are wearing faux dessert headpieces on headbands. All of the colors are really soft pastels, lavender, pinks, very, very light yellow, mint green, and light blue, and covered in light velvet with the faux desserts on top.
I think everybody and any place on the world you can wear these gowns. They are all my babies. For me, they are all beautiful.
For spring 2022, Savannah Miller titled her collection Love in a Mist. This season was inspired by love that prevails despite the unprecedented challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic. Miller envisioned emerging from the midst of these troubled times into the sunshine of a post-pandemic world. clean silhouettes were paired with soft, fluid materials. Special detailing was inspired by Miller's time working at Alexander McQueen, where structure, elegance, innovation, and female empowerment were central to the design philosophy. Miller embraced individuality, offering a variety of bridal fashions ranging from the classically feminine to the bold and fashion-forward. The collection celebrated love in all of its glory, right in time for the beginning of a new era. The mother and daughter design duo behind the label Mira Zwillinger had renewal and rebirth on their mind for spring 2022. The collection was titled Winds of Wonder and was all about happiness and optimism for a post-pandemic world. Breathtaking gowns were airy, flowing, and radiant. Delicate detailing and ornamentation elevated the runway looks. Embroidered flowers, petals, and leaves gave a touch of natural beauty to the collection. A bright and hopeful vision for the future from Mira Zwillinger.
For this season, our inspiration is Whisper of Blossom, which means the moment when the buds just start, to blossom on the trees after the cold winter, and the new feeling and the hope and the excitement and the optimism and the magical beauty it brings. That's connected to the bride. That's how she needs to feel and want to feel on her wedding day. In this collection, we have a lot of handmade flowers, which are hand-dyed and are made with combination of few colors to give it, a depth look and to give it
the blossom color.
Yeah.
To get the blossom color for all these flowers.
The Mira Zwillinger show was heavenly. It was divine. A blossom of spring. I mean, really, really, really stunning. The color of the nudes and the pale blushes were so right on target. The bare quality of the dress was just the right balance of bare and not bare. It's really good to see her evolving into a really full, evolved collection. I loved it. It was stunning, really stunning.
I thought it was beautiful. It's exactly what Mira and Leahy do so well, like romantic, ethereal. They do things very subtly, subtle color, subtle movement, and it makes a much bigger statement than something more grand.
We use a few fabrics together, and it gives like a shadow into the gown. It gives it more interest.
Deepness into each dress. For example, we have a dress that to create the deepness, we put very fine lace, and on top of it come the crystal pleats. So it's make a very impression and very interesting look.
Very soft look, very feminine, very whimsical, very dreamy.
Magical,
dreamy.
magical
and
unique.
And
magical,
also
new
fresh.
and unique.
And fresh is very important
And
for
unique.
us. When you fell in love in a dress, you know it immediately. It's like when you fell in love, generally. So when you feel it in your heart, that's the dress. And also it's very important the bride to feel comfortable and to feel
to
good
know
in the
what
dress.
really suits her, to be what she is, to have her own style, also when she's a bride. That I think the motto and what is very important.
Yes.
Designer Rita Vinieris presented her Spring 2022 collection for her label Ravini at New York Fashion Week Bridal. Titled The Search for the Sublime, the collection brought together nature and romanticism. Inspired by art, the environment, and poetry, the collection saw diaphanous gossamer fabrics and tools, paired with floral lace and sustainable crepe materials. Delicate dimensional details elevated the airy gowns. Vinieris layered lush textures in silhouettes that were structured yet fluid. Dramatic bows were a playful and sophisticated touch. A perfectly sublime harmony from Ravini by Rita Vinieris.
We want to keep a really nice soft airy texture with the hair. The dresses have quite a lot of structured features on them throughout, so to have a nice airy texture is very complementary to the look.
The look for Ravini is inspired by Central Park and the reflection and highlights that happen in the water. It's a metallic silver eyeliner that's winged out and elongated, very linear, and a pair of fluffy, beautiful false lashes. So she's got a little bit of an anchor at the eye and a very soft, beautiful lip inspired by the blush colors of the collection.
We're very excited about this show because she wanted the nails to resemble jewelry for this show. So what we did, we started out with creative nail design chrome polish. We let it dry, and then we put over transfer foil. So once you put it on the nail, it gives a metal effect. It'll look really, really pretty too next to the dresses.
The starting point for us was Central Park in the spring with its blossom trees. We took that as at the beginning and used the colors So we started with color, and then from there we layered the colors. So we've got lots of tones of blossom in our collection, and we have a lot of light, airy, ethereal fabrications that we blended with the tones of color. This season we incorporated a lot through the fabrics, and we've used a lot of more light and airy fabrications, and what we did with it is we created a lot more ball gowns this season. They're still sleek and modern, but they definitely have a grand sensibility to them for the bride. We don't have a specific set woman because I think our dresses can suit a lot of different brides, but definitely she has a sense of style to her. She's looking for something more fashionable than just your average wedding dress, and she definitely wants something different. She wants something different, whether it be in fabrication or in the textures that we use or in the embroideries that we use.
I think the Ravini collection was amazing, and we've been coming to her shows for many, many seasons and many years. I think this is one of her best. I think that everything that she was showing, the flowers and romantic looks and the beautiful treatment of laces, and you know, everybody's doing flowers and cutout skirts, but she did them in a very special way.
Oh, I loved Ravini Bridal. I think it was very beautiful and soft and airy, and I loved the laces and the organically flowy skirts. We're seeing a lot more lace this season, especially Chantilly laces. I mean, I loved her silver Chantilly lace that she had at the end. Her finale piece was just beautiful, soft and fluid.
Our traditional lace dresses that we do, I call them traditional for us, but they're actually quite modern and different. We have this fabulous one this season, and it's tiers of lace. It's 2 different laces tiered throughout the dress, and in between the layers we've done bands of different textures. So we've layered 3 or 4 different light organzas and pleated organzas in there, creating like really light, pretty texture, and it has a grandness in the sense that it's got fullness, but it's not a ball gown.
That's a wrap on this episode of Video Fashion News. Tune in next time for another fashion experience.